So we have the Kill Team Rogue Trader Kill Team expansion unboxing. So I'm just gonna slide this out and we're gonna take a look. So sprues, we have the Galapox Mutants sprues there, nicely in green to fit the Nurgle. Then we have the Lucidian Star Striders in the red. These look cool. Nice. Then we have the scenery sprues. So you got a couple of like pipes and stuff here. You got the chair, sort of for the spaceship. You've got some doors and that sort of thing. And then exactly the same. So it's two of the same, pretty much. Yep, two of the same sprues for the scenery. We've got a nice lot of bases, some cards. So cards there, data cards, and then we've got the tactic cards. Nice piece of artwork. Is it the same on the other side? Let's have a look. Oh no, you've got the Kill Team logo on the other side. Get rid of that. Then we have some books. We have the missions and stuff in. We have the tokens. So one for the Galapox Mutants, one for the Lucidian Star Striders, and then we have the board. So I'm going to set the board up and then we'll come back. Okay, so we have the spaceship. Nice board. I think what I'm going to try and do with this is actually get the Mad Gaming Terrain complex and try and build the walls and see how that looks for the Kill Team Bat Reps, because I think that will be quite cool. It's just the fact that the complex terrain is thicker than these lines, but I still think we could do something there. I think that would look cool. And then we're going to just flip it over. And then we have this sort of underground dungeon type complex, and again I think I'll be doing something similar with this, with these walls, with the Mad Gaming Terrain, seeing how we can make that fit. And just because I just think it looks cooler with walls rather than just having these lines because of line of sight and stuff like that. Like, I know it's easy to say, oh yeah, that's blocking line of sight, but I just think it's better to have the walls there. It looks better. Also with the Mad Gaming Terrain complex doors come in, I think it would look cool having some of the doors. Could be like an underground complex or something like that. So yeah, it's cool. So let's take a look at the books. So we have the core rules for Warhammer 40k in here, which I wasn't expecting. I know that's because the you can actually play Warhammer 40k with this expansion because there's 2 codexes, which I'll show you in a second, for each of the factions. And then we have the Rogue Trader Kill Team book. So go in here, a little introduction into the lore and what have you, into the traders, into the mutants, and then again, nice big bit of lore. And then we go into the spaceship, what it is, and all the rooms, and one for the sort of underground, also shrine, Ministorum Shrine is what it is. And then we go into the rules, and some bits about the rules and the kill zones, and I believe there's some tactics in here as well. For the Lucidian Star Striders, tactics for them, their data sheets and abilities and things like that all look quite cool. So Lucia Vane, the main Lucian Star Strider, so her data sheet and some tactics that are specific to her, which is quite cool. And then we have the Strategist Specialist, which again is for Lucia Vane herself, I believe. And then Galapox Infected, got their tactics. So you've got the Nightmare Hulks, Getapox Mutant, Eye Stinger Swarm, the Glitchlings, Curse Mites, and Sludge Grubs. Then we have Volgarth Thrice Cursed, which is the Getapox Mutant HQ. And there's some specific ones for him and his data sheet there. And oh, they have a, it seems that they have a specialist that's just for them too. And then it goes on to some of the missions that you can play with this some new missions that you can play. I don't know if they're all specifically for, I think they are specifically designed for these, but I'm sure you can play them and just do it for any kill zone. But yeah, so that's pretty much the book. The rest is just rules and stuff like that, missions. So we'll have a look at the codexes. So we're going to start off with the Elucidian Starstriders. So it's introduction to their lore in the poster. Okay, it's a bit about rogue traders, and again their lore. Some more lore, and then we get into Elucia Vane. So there's a bit about Elucia Vane. There's her data sheet and abilities and whatnot. The Voidsmen at Arms, a bit about them, and their data sheet, a bit more about them over here. And there's Aximilian, which is the dog, so the canine dog. So you got the Voidsman, Voidsmaster Niche, and Aximilian in that squad. Then you've got another HQ, Larson van der Graus, his data sheet and bits. And then another HQ called Sanastasia Minst, which she, I think, is the medic in Kill Team. And then another guy, the assassin, I believe this is Nosso Prond. I'm gathering that's a silent K. And then we have some stratagems in here. And there's some more bits. So yeah, quite a nice little 40k codex, little mini codex, just so you can see, you can play these. I might play them alongside my Custodes, just a little, see how they go. I mean, they're all sort of strength free, toughness free. I don't think they're going to be amazing for 40k. I think it would be cool to play them. I think they could be really good if they bring out a lot more models. I think they need quite a lot of vehicles to support them, very similar to the Astra Militarum. I think they'll need some vehicles to support them and sort of protect them a little bit, to make them good. So yeah, I'm really looking forward to seeing what they bring in the future with the Rogue Trader and Elucidian Starstriders. Okay, now we have the Getapox Infected, Getapox Mutants. I actually think that these in 40k could be pretty good. They could make quite a nice attachment to a Nurgle Demons or a Death Guard, because they'd be able to be in that army because of the Nurgle keyword. So it's pretty cool. And I'm sure they'll have the Chaos keyword as well. So the abilities they have Disgustingly Resilient. So on a 5+, they ignore damage. There's some Warlord traits in here and other rules. And then we have the Volgarth Thrice Cursed HQ. So I believe he's the only HQ for him. Gets Disgustingly Resilient. He has an ability called Lord of Resentment. Reroll rolls if it roll for friendly Getapox infected units within 6 inches of Volgarth Thrice Cursed. Bionic Abomination. Volgarth Thrice Cursed has a 5+ invulnerable save. And Horrific Visage, subtract 1 from the leadership if enemy models are in 6 inches. So yeah, quite cool. Strength 5, toughness 5. He looks pretty nasty. But yeah, be interesting to see him on the 40k table. Then we have the Vox Shamblers. So again, look pretty cool. 5 up in Vons. And throw a 6 for this unit in the fight phase. The unit made the attack. So each time you roll an unmodified saving throw of 6 for this unit in the fight phase, the unit that made the attack suffers a mortal wound after it has made all of its attacks. That's pretty nice, actually. Really good little rule there. And they obviously have disgustingly resilient as well. Glitchlings, again, disgustingly resilient. And vulgar followers, they have a 5 up in Von. So there's only 1 wound, strength 2, toughness 2. They're pretty models in this unit receive the benefit of disgustingly resilient against attacks with damage characteristics 1, which I believe is the same as Nurglings. And subtract 1 from hit rolls made for attacks with range weapons against the target. So they've got a -1 to hit, which is quite cool. The Hull Breakers, so the big beastly guys. Again, disgustingly resilient. They're strength 5, toughness 5, weapon skill 4+, wounds 4, attacks 3, apart from the Screamer, who's like the sergeant who has 4. But yeah, cool looking models, and again, I should imagine they'll be pretty deadly on the field. And then you have some more. So you have the Icinger Swarms, Curse Mites, and Sludge Grubs. Again, all sort of low strength and toughness. All have sort of specific rules. Yeah, quite cool. All sort of similar things to like Nurglings, I think, there. And then the points. So Vulgar Thrust Curse is only 65 points. The Slug Scrub is 4 points. Hull Breakers, 31 points per model with all the weapons. 4 points for Glitchlings. 8 points with the weapons for Vox Shamblers. 3 points for Icinger Swarms, and 3 points for Curse Mites. So pretty cool. And there's some stratagems as well. I'm not going to go through all the stratagems, but they look cool. Yeah, nice. I like these codexes. I think this one in particular would be a lot better in 40k with the Nurgle Demons or Death Guard, just as an extra attachment. I think they've got some cool little rules. They're cool looking models as well. And I think they could actually be quite useful, whereas I feel like I might be wrong, but I feel like the Elucidian Star Striders would probably be less useful, just because they could be quite easily killed and stuff like that. But there is some stratagems that will help, I'm sure. So yeah, it'll be interesting to get them on the tabletop and actually show them off. So I know my brother Dan's collecting Nurgle Demons and Death Guards, so he'll be adding these to his army, and I'll be adding the Elucidian Star Striders to mine, and hopefully I'll say we'll get them in the 40k tabletop so you can have a look, see how they do, see what they do. But yeah, so that's pretty much all we've got out of the Rogue Trader unboxing. I hope you enjoyed it, and hope you join us for our next video, which will hopefully be a battle report, either Kill Team or 40k.